It's been a while since we had some actual news about Call of Dragons in terms of new heroes, new stuff in general, right? Because as I know, we should have gotten new infantry heroes, but because we have like Musiang and Bahron, the new heroes just got really late, and we're gonna get them pretty much later, right? But until then, what's gonna happen in future Call of Dragons will be discussed as always in Q&As, right? And we have finally the one Call of Dragons developers Q&A, which is number 18. And yeah, let's see what kind of discussions developers of the Call of Dragons has and how they are going to improve the game, right? Because improving the game means that we should get a lot more events, a lot more heroes, and a lot more new features, which makes Call of Dragons journey much fun and exciting, right? Let's go with the first question, which is question 1. After upgrading hero star ratings, it's easy to upgrade a hero skill you did not want to upgrade. Will you make it possible to lock the scope of the skill upgrade? This is like one of the most spread out questions towards Call of Dragons since it was launched, and let's see the answer, right? We have received a lot of feedback on the issue over the years. That's what I meant. We agree that skill unlocked later in sequence shouldn't affect the probability of skill upgrading. Let's read again, right? We agree that skill unlocked later in sequence shouldn't affect the probability of upgrading the skills you have already unlocked. It leaves your heroes unable to reach the skill levels they originally could have. Well, yeah, that's basically what happened so with the Magrot and like Garrison and Rally heroes, right? We don't want to leave players unwilling to upgrade their heroes' star ratings due to lack of hero tokens and non-maxed out skills, making the upgrade progress even more headache. For these reasons, we will be introducing a lock mechanism to hero skill upgrades. Yes, nice. Finally! When the feature becomes available, you will be able to set the scope of hero skills upgrades like this. Only upgrading skill number 1, which is the main skill, only upgrade skill 1 and 2, only upgrade skill 1, 2, and 3, and for the PvP heroes, upgrade all skills, right? So yeah, finally we have something different to like in Kingdom Builder games, like everybody was comparing Rise of Kingdoms to Call of Dragons, and yeah, finally we have something which Rise of Kingdoms does not have. I hope we will get it, right? The new feature will allow players to spend hero tokens upgrading the skills they want to upgrade, bringing you better gameplay experience. At the same time, we will be replacing retraining items in your inventory with the reset items, allowing you to reset hero skills you are not happy with and then use the new skill lock feature to upgrade them as you see fit. Yep, finally, after 2 years of feedback that we all wanted the lock feature in Call of Dragons, I guess finally we are here, then in the second year we are actually getting the log system, right? It will be way easier for free-to-play players, for low spenders, for high spenders to play the game, to unlock the heroes, increase the levels, and fight with them, right? So yeah, 10 out of 10 answer, 10 out of 10 upgrade, and hopefully it will be in the game really soon, right? Yeah, that's it. Will you make more treaties and sentinel arrows available? That's for the tier 4 players. We will be adding more ways to obtain treaties and sentinel arrows and improving existing methods for obtaining them. Changes will include improving the experience of obtaining sentinel arrows from defeating darklings by increasing the chances of getting them and the number obtained each time. So chance will be higher and the number will be higher. Higher level darklings will be guaranteed to drop sentinel arrows, which is really good. Increasing number of treaties and arrows can be purchased from the honorary membership store using resources. Yep, another way, which is great. Adding arrows as rewards for season achievements, Brink of War, and certain events. Yep, that's pretty nice. Adding treaties to the Battle Abyss exchange store, that's also good. So basically, since I finally managed to get my rally building to 25 and watchtower, I don't have this kind of problem, but I remember when I was collecting them, it takes too much time. It actually takes a lot of time because last level on those buildings you have to have 5,000 arrows and 5,000 treaties. So I'm really happy that finally we give the attention to tier 4 players, which they deserve, because I think without tier 4 players, this game would be impossible to play, right? Those are the players who are trying to progress and trying to catch up to tier 5. So I'm all about this answer, and hopefully this update will kick on soon, so tier 4 players will start getting more arrows and treaties. Question number 3. Will you lower the cost of migration and shorten the migration cooldown? We have received a lot of feedback on this issue recently. To improve the migration experience, we will be making the following changes. Migration cooldown reduction. The migration cooldown will be reduced from 60 days to 45 days. Second, migration cost reduction. Migration permit cost will be significantly reduced for players with high power. Players who have migrated or discharged other players from a realm within the past year will have the difference in migration permits refunded. Please note that if you obtain migration permits via discharge and have already successfully migrated, the difference in migration permits will not be refunded to you. And of course, we have an example, like for example, players with 100 million power will see their migration permits cost halved, right? Halved is pretty good. Please note that migration permits cost reductions will vary depending on players' power. Details on the scale of changes will be available following the update. And one more answer here. The maximum number of migration permits in Alliance Store will be increased. Now we have 5. I guess we're gonna have 10 or 15. And Alliance points cost for migration permits in the Alliance Store will be reduced. Players who have purchased migration permits from the Alliance Store within the past year will have the difference in Alliance points refunded. So basically all about migration, which almost every single player was asking to reduce the cooldown, reduce the cost. Difference between the power of players should be lower, because if your account is higher power, of course more than 100 million, only thing you care about Call of Dragons is like fighting, right, and good KVK. So if you are stuck in a bad realm, of course you want to change the realm and go for a more active one, right? And of course I'm all about this change. It's basically a game changer, and hopefully a lot of players who left because of the migration problems in Call of Dragons, they will come back and enjoy the game, because it's getting better and better every single month and every single year. Basically every single Q&A and question and answer here is really promising, right? So question number 4. I have collected a lot of epic and legendary city themes, but they are useless as I can only use one city theme at a time. Will you make it so we can apply multiple city themes buffs at the same time? Yeah, I actually have never thought about this kind of question, which is pretty interesting. We have discovered a similar issue. Holiday events and Titan's Legacy offer a large number of city themes, but there is a little point in collecting them, as you can only use one at a time. As a result, we will be adding a reliquary feature. After obtaining a city theme, it will be stored in your reliquary, where you can activate it to receive its attribute buffs. The more city themes you have collected, the more buffs you will be able to receive. However, the number of city themes can be activated at once will be limited in order to avoid buff inflation and preserve balance. So basically, we know that we can only attach one skin to our city. Now we will be able to activate the other buffs for other cities with the one city which we have already acquired. So I always said during events with the city skins that just try to get the skin that's like one-time gettable. So finally, my idea of getting every single city skin which I can acquire is good, because I can finally use it, right? Yeah, I think it won't gonna break the game, but of course, whoever have more skins will have more benefits. I like that there is a limit, because of course, pay-to-play players will have basically every single skin besides some legendary ones. So yeah, I like that there is a limit, and they are thinking that we don't want to have the inflation, and balance preserve is also really good, right? The question number 5. Will you add later generation heroes to gold chests? Yep, Well, game is already 2 years old, so finally it's time to have some changes to the gold chest, and I'm really, really glad that I can see that question here, right? We are planning on making a number of improvements to gold chests. Changes will include upon entering Season of Stripe, players will be able to select 8 legendary heroes and add them to the prize pool. So it's kind of wish list, right? After the feature becomes available, more legendary heroes will be added to the gold chest in Season of Stripe, and the scope of the prize pool will be regularly expanded in future updates. So yeah, I guess I have seen this kind of feature in other games. It's kind of wish list, so you are like uh, basically, of course, it's good, right? So at first, it's good because we're gonna get the legendary heroes which we have never had in gold chest, and that's amazing for low spenders and free to play players. I think every single player should be able to unlock the hero which developers of the game are creating. And I really like the direction. It says that the pool will be increased, more and more heroes will be added. So finally, we can see some more love towards the lower spender players, because of course it will mean that longer you will play the game, more and better heroes you will have, right? So I'm all about this update. As you can see, the lock feature and this gold chest feature, that's absolutely amazing, right? So that's good. Question number 6. It's difficult to obtain heroes through the strongest lord event. Players who don't make their rankings have to wait for a long time until the heroes become available via daily deals. What will you do to resolve this? Previously, as players tend to put a lot of effort in strongest lord event, we want to ensure that hero rewards felt worth the effort. However, we also want to ensure that players who want to use these heroes are able to obtain them quickly and easily. As a result, we will be making the following changes to the event and rules regarding obtaining heroes. Number 1 change. The top 10 ranked players in Strongest Lord will receive heroes themselves as rewards, as well as hero tokens from the season's heroes. Okay? The number of rewards granted will not change. The first time you purchase any hero daily deal, you will also receive the heroes themselves as a reward. Basically unlocking hero, right? You're gonna get additional 10 legendary tokens in both ways. So 10 means unlocking, so there we go. About the changes are made, heroes offered in Strongest Lord event will be added to daily deals sooner. So, well, at first when I read about Strongest Lord, I actually hoped that they would make more rewards, like not 25 people, but maybe 40 people in the Strongest Lord. But actually, basically, whoever will win Strongest Lord will get more legendary tokens. That's the idea. Unfortunately, if you are low spender or free to play player, it's almost impossible to win in this event. But there are some cases if the KVK is kinda sleeping and a lot of players are not spending in Strongest Lord, you can actually try your luck and get the desired hero. Not sure about the update. I would want it to be more free-to-play friendly, but at least whoever is investing in this event, they should be getting more rewards, which is nice, right? Question number 7. It's hard to get high-quality warped through regeneration, which is true. I have spent a lot of regeneration potions and still had no luck. Will you do anything to resolve this? We recognize the players have had a bad experience with the level of randomness in warped regeneration, which myself I can agree. Even though we will continue to make more regeneration potions available, this will not necessarily be enough to guarantee that everyone can get warpeds they are happy with. For this reason, we are planning to introduce a warped auction system, right? With the existing warped system as a base. Players who receive high quality warped with 8 skill slots will be able to put it up for auction, and all players in same season will be able to bid for it. The auction will use same currency as the exchange house. Buyers will purchase warped using exchange coins, and sellers will receive gems in return. We hope that this feature will provide new opportunities for choices without affecting existing warped gameplay. Players who want to be best possible warpeds can find the one they want through auction. while other players can exchange high quality warpath for the large amount of gems, allowing them to make more progress in construction or research, an exchange which will be a mutual benefit for both sides. I actually was never expecting something like this, which will be really interesting. My advice would be to collect as much legendary warpits as possible. Then you might get 8 slots and then put it on the auction and try to sell them, right? It will bring a new economy to the game, new ways of making warpits stronger. You know, guys, I love the warpit feature of the game, so this will be exciting. This will be nice. Let's see, let's see. Question number 8. What's going on with the adjustable marksman attack ranges? Alright, as a marksman player, I always said we don't want long range warfare in the game, so let's see the answer. Thank you to everyone for your feedback on this matter. The combat experience is extremely important to us, and we take great care when we're making changes to unit types. After careful consideration and discussion, we have decided to delay the introduction of adjustable marksman attack ranges, which is amazing. After the same time, we will continue to look into the possibilities for improving the combat characteristics for each unit type and designing more unit skills to make combat more interesting. Thanks for your suggestions and support, and please look out for future announcements. So basically, as an archer player since the day one, I always played with archers for 800 days, and basically I would prefer to having Race of Remedy in Call of Dragons than long range warfare, right? I like that unit types are different. Let's keep them like this. Question number 9. It's extremely difficult to get into the legendary class in Tournament of the Champions by the time the season ends. What will you do? What will you be doing about this in order to maintain the intensity of the season combat? We have reduced the duration of Hero Realm period of Season of Stripe. We received feedback from players indicating that the shortened season that has led to reduction in players who are able to make it to the legendary class in Tournament of Champions. This is something we have noticed too. To remedy this issue, we will reduce the points requirements for Diamond class, Legendary class. This will allow more players to reach the top class sooner. So basically, there was a problem because the season got shorter, Home Realm got shorter, like everything got shorter, and the Tournament of Champions was lacking some players, right? So I think this kind of change can be fine. Basically, as a tier 4 player, I have never gave too much attention to Tournament of Champion. Maybe that's another reason why they should give more rewards and more fun activities towards that event, but so far I have no experience towards this event, and that's why I'm not going to speak much about it, right? So question number 10, we have left 2 questions, right? Some events are way too time consuming or have rewards that are not worth the effort. Will you be doing anything to improve event gameplay, which is really important question. Going forward, we will use the feedback as a basis to improve existing gameplay experience. The main changes will include reducing attempt requirements for events like Breaking Through and Celestial Battleground, so players can receive in minimum reward within 1 attempt, which is nice. I'm familiar with Celestial Battlegrounds. Adding a feature that will allow players to skip the first few stages of Crucible of the Courage, reducing the amount of time spent on early stages, which is nice because early stages are really easy. It just takes time. Allowing players to skip immediately to hard difficulty of Trial of Life instead of requiring it to be unlocked after playing through normal mode, which is really good. Adding a relocation items as a reward in Smash the Shadow, which is great. I think every player wants to have more relocation items in order to teleport throughout the KVK, right? Adding items to Battle Abyss that can be exchanged for rewards as the Battle Abyss store, which is really good. At the same time, we will continue to design and introduce new event gameplay so players can find new ways to enjoy the game. So basically, well, we all want more events. Hopefully we will get more events. I was expecting that they will say something new about the new events, but I guess they are just making them a lot easier. The last question number 11. The movement is too slow in Roots of War. more and more players are choosing to only deploy cavalry. What will you do to resolve this? We are planning to make appropriate improvements to march speed for all unit types in Roots of War while keeping the unit types difference in speed roughly the same. So everything, like all of them, will have higher march speed, but cavalry still will be the fastest, right? Non-cavalry units will see an increase in march speed, allowing for a wider range in tactics without affecting the importance of cavalry units in small-scale combat. So yeah, basically it will be faster, it should be totally different gameplay, and that's how it looks going to be. So what's my thought about this Q&A? I don't think I have read a single Q&A which will be more game changer than this one. The most important ones are like log systems, so save up your legendary tokens, save up your war pits, which are slot 8 and legendary ones. Also save up your regeneration potions, it will be important, and also save up your gold keys, right? Because of heroes, gold chest will get a wish list, so you will be basically choosing the 8 heroes which you want to get. So as always, I'm interested what's your thoughts about this Q&A. Share it in comment section and we can have a discussion, right? As always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.